wealth, fame, power. The world was at the feet of the pirate king, Gol D, Roger, until the moment the blades of the executioners fell. But with his final breath, he didn't just end an era, he ignited one. He told the world that his treasure, the One Piece, was out there for anyone brave enough to find it. For 22 years, that promise remained unfulfilled. The seas were filled with dreamers and monsters, but no one could claim the throne. Then, a boy in a straw hat ate a piece of fruit that changed everything. He didn't just want the gold, he wanted the freedom. But to get it, he would have to survive the most dangerous waters on the planet and a grandfather who would rather see him in chains than under a black flag. How did a small-town dreamer assemble a crew of outcasts to challenge the world? Before we begin, this video contains full spoilers for One Piece Season 1 on Netflix and discusses events leading into the upcoming 2026 season. Welcome to Review. I am your host, and today we are diving deep into the phenomenon that broke the live-action anime curse. We are recapping every critical moment, every betrayal, and every epic battle from the first season of One Piece. This is more than just a pirate story. It is a masterclass in adaptation that managed to condense decades of lore into 8 heart-pounding episodes. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why Monkey D. Luffy matters and why the world is bracing for the Straw Hats to enter the Grand Line. The story begins with a death that changed history. Michael Dorman portrays the legendary Gol D, Roger, standing on the execution platform in Logetown. The air is thick with tension as the Marines prepare to end the great pirate era before it truly begins. But Gol D, Roger, has other plans. With a smirk, he reveals the existence of the One Piece. This single sentence launches thousands of ships into the sea, creating a power vacuum that has lasted over 2 decades. The Netflix adaptation establishes this stakes-heavy world immediately, showing us that the pursuit of dreams is the most dangerous and valuable currency in this universe. 22 years after that execution, we meet Monkey D, Luffy, played by Inaki Godoy. But his journey started years earlier in Windmill Village. A young Luffy befriended red-haired Shanks, played by Peter Gadiot. It was during this time that Luffy accidentally ate the gum-gum fruit, a rare devil fruit that turned his body into rubber. This gift came at a price. He can never swim again, but it gave him the tools to fight for his dream. Before leaving, Shanks entrusted his iconic straw hat to Luffy, a promise that they would meet again once Luffy became a great pirate. This emotional anchor is the driving force behind every decision Luffy makes. The East Blue Saga is the starting line of the franchise. Show developers Matt Owens and Steven Maeda had the monumental task of adapting nearly 100 manga chapters and 61 anime episodes into just 8 hours of television. We see Luffy start with nothing. No ship, no crew, and no map. His first major encounter is with Kobe, a cabin boy played by Morgan Davies, who is trapped on the ship of the cruel pirate Alvida. After Luffy defeats Alvida, he doesn't just save a boy. He finds a friend who represents the opposite side of his world, the dream of becoming a Marine. At a Marine base, the core of the Straw Hat Pirates begins to take shape. Luffy meets Roronoa Zoro, a famed pirate hunter played by Mikenyu, who is held captive by the Marines. Nearby, a cunning thief and navigator named Nami, played by Emily Rudd, is attempting to steal a map to the Grand Line. Despite their conflicting interests, a pirate hunter, and a thief, they find common ground in survival. This trio forms the backbone of the series. While Kobe chooses to stay and join the Marines, Luffy, Zoro, and Nami set sail, marking the first time Luffy has a team that can actually survive the horrors of the ocean. No pirate story is complete without a truly eccentric villain, and Jeff Ward delivers as Buggy the Clown. This segment of the journey tests the teamwork of our heroes. Buggy, who also possesses devil fruit powers allowing him to split his body into pieces, captures the trio in a nightmare circus. It is here that we see the first real flashes of Luffy's leadership. He doesn't just fight for himself. He fights to protect his friends. The defeat of the Buggy Pirates secures them the Grand Line map, but it also puts a target on their backs that never truly goes away. If this kind of One Piece breakdown is what you come here for, subscribing takes 2 seconds, and it means a lot. Every pirate needs a ship that reflects their spirit. In the village of Syrup Village, the crew meets Usopp, played by Jacob Romero. He is a dockworker known for his tall tales, but his heart is gold. Together, they save the shipyard owner Kaya from the villainous Kuro, played by Alexander Maniatis. In gratitude, Kaya gifts them the Going Merry. With a real ship and a new sharpshooter in Usopp, the Straw Hat Pirates are finally more than just a group of castaways on a small boat. The journey takes a sophisticated turn at Baratai, a floating restaurant in the middle of the sea. This is where we meet Sanji, the suave chef played by Taz Skylar. Sanji dreams of finding the All Blue, a legendary sea where all fish species coexist. His relationship with his mentor Zeph, played by Craig Fairbrass, provides the emotional weight of this segment. But the peace is shattered by the arrival of Dracul Mihawk, the world's greatest swordsman. Mihawk is a reminder of the power gap between our heroes and the true legends of the Grand Line. Stephen John Ward's Dracul Mihawk provides one of the most intense moments of Season 1. Zoro, driven by his vow to become the greatest swordsman, challenges Mihawk to a duel. The result is devastating. Zoro is utterly defeated and left on the brink of death. However, Mihawk spares him, recognizing Zoro's indomitable spirit. This moment changes Zoro. It humbles him and reinforces his loyalty to Luffy. While Sanji joins the crew after Zeph helps heal Zoro, the victory is short-lived as the most dangerous threat in the East Blue emerges. Just as the crew feels complete, Nami disappears. She isn't just a thief. She is a member of the Arlong Pirates. Arlong, a terrifying fishman played by McKinley Belcher III, holds Nami's home, Cocoa Village, hostage. We learn through Nami's sister, Nojiko, that their mother, Belmere, was killed by Arlong. Nami has spent years stealing to buy her village's freedom for 100 million berries. When the corrupt Marine Nezumi steals her savings under Arlong's orders, Nami's world collapses. The scene where she asks Luffy for help is arguably the most iconic moment in the entire first season. The finale is a full-scale assault on Arlong Park. The Straw Hat Pirates, Luffy, Zoro, Usopp, and Sanji, unleash their full potential. Each member faces off against Arlong's lieutenants, but the main event is Luffy versus Arlong. The battle is a brutal display of strength and ideology. Luffy doesn't just want to beat Arlong. He wants to destroy the room where Nami was forced to draw maps for her captors. By bringing down the entire building, Luffy frees Nami from her past. Cocoa Village is saved, and Nami officially becomes the crew's navigator. Victory is followed by a shocking revelation. The Marine Vice Admiral hunting Luffy, Garp, played by Vincent Reagan, is actually Luffy's grandfather. Garp, who witnessed the execution of Gol D, Roger, desperately wants to save Luffy from the same fate by forcing him to become a Marine. Their confrontation is deeply personal. Garp eventually realizes that Luffy's resolve is unbreakable. He lets the crew go, acknowledging that his grandson has truly become a pirate worth fearing and respecting. This family dynamic adds a layer of complexity to the Marine-pirate conflict that will echo through future seasons. Season 1 of One Piece successfully adapted the East Blue Saga, taking us from a barrel in the ocean to a ship full of dreams. It proved that the essence of Eiichiro Oda's world, friendship, ambition, and the fight against oppression, can translate perfectly to live action. This series matters because it treats its source material with respect while making it accessible to a global Netflix audience. The Straw Hats are no longer just characters in a book. They are symbols of hope for anyone chasing an impossible dream. Call back to the beginning, the Great Pirate Era didn't end with Gol D, Roger. It was reborn in Monkey D, Luffy. Let me know in the comments. Do you think Nami's betrayal was justified given her secret deal with Arlong? Or should she have trusted the crew sooner? Thank you for watching this deep dive. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. More One Piece breakdowns and updates for the 2026 season are coming. Stay tuned.